Hashtag how to run for pole mark.
Lecture 12, April 20th. The fidelity in our commitment. If we stand for nothing, we might fall for anything, but training for leadership ensures for the most part a reflexive fidelity in our commitment. It is reflexive because, when I say, Ka, you say, Psi. When I say, Phi Nu, you say, Pi. When I say, Kappa, you say, Yo. And when I say, Nupe, you say, ice cold. We are all unique individuals, while Kappa is what unites us college men in a bond of fraternity where we naturally are more loyal to those who we are in closer proximity, but the benefit of association pulls members from non-members and closer to those who are more likely to support our scholastic achievement. Not that non-members don't or won't because they do and will, but would we prefer to go to a shade tree mechanic who changes brakes from time to time to work on our new Audi rather than taking it to the local dealership? We specialize in achievement, so where many non-members may be helpful here or there, besides care from family, the bond is only interested in our success and continued achievement. Just as when one shares that they returned from a trip to someplace nice, listeners think of and may share trips they took, we broadcast achievement on top of achievement. Celebrating achievement, we have no time to consider negativity, as sharing stories of individual accomplishment encourages listeners to do likewise. Often overshadowing other news of the day, we are on our own channel where negativity is seldom considered and the fidelity in our commitment is more reflexively concentrated. Though trained tomorrow ensures others will need to be so as well, but to whose aid will we not come, if asked, where at least hopes and prayers will bring about positive results. The fraternity opens the door to a great number of brothers where, focusing on our professions, we find others in the same, with some needing us and us needing others. Growing up there have always been mentors, whether older kids at the playground, the leader of our Boy Scout troops, high school football coaches, or just about anyone found to which we could look up. Looking up to our big brothers, we would pit them against the mightiest of foes, and with total disregard for their safety, confident in their triumph, we wouldn't bat an eye. But in hindsight, surely big brothers had to negotiate, when physics was not to our advantage. However, that is on the playground. In academia, mentors mentee students of certain disciplines, so the history department has mentors and ments from the highest to the lowest degrees. It is likewise in other disciplines where we see Kappa as a discipline in and of itself. Even if a mentor-mentee relationship hadn't been established, the wealth of valuable information concerning the bond is better received in closer proximity. This is the essence of our social security, where the greater of us and the lesser are set on the same plane and equals through discipline in Kappa Alpha Psi. Some say there is no discipline in the fraternity, but the pole march would be amongst the first of brothers to object. A pole march may feel they had been groomed for their position, where due to their proximity life lessons learned in theory from senior members are put into practice, but for some reason people act surprised when advice taken works. To whose aid would we not come, if a brother was in need, as assisting him makes us that much more able to inspire service in the public interest. Technically, it is easier to get assistance from a stranger than waiting on the youth and energy of busy neophytes to settle just a little so that we older brothers can ask for assistance. And technically, it is harder to assist those who in the height of their youth and energy as neophytes don't have time to listen than it is to start from scratch with those alien to Greek life, explaining a story about 10 young men at Indiana University whose legacy we carry every day, and often more so than not. It is ever so hard and perhaps impossible to ensure our sons take up our professions, because if we couldn't determine our own interests, how could we determine theirs? We can guide their identity in reference to our association with the fraternity, which many have done in the past and will do in the future. The fidelity in our commitment pushes us to want for others what we want for ourselves and continue to help people see that our fraternity, if it is not the best in the world, it is the best anyone will ever see. Sure, it is a biased position, but that doesn't mean we are not telling the truth. In honorable achievement we have a bond like none other where, when finding distressed brothers, the fidelity in our commitment causes us, if we can't assist, to hope and pray for their future achievement. Not that we may know the results of the hopes and prayers we say with our mouths and send through our thoughts, but our wishes for future achievement are not reserved for those in our bond. Though we may seem to be many upon initiation, it may be relatively true for a specified time and at a designated location, but dispersing from the nucleus of a chapter, we see the reality of our ratio lessening with distance. Away from administration we remember our fundamental purpose, and identifying achievement in those we may not know, we openly participate in celebration, secretly hoping the bond is something we share. We know that good begets good and evil its like in kind, where likewise achievement breeds achievement on which we don't hold a monopoly except to ourselves, honorably. As every day we wake we are that much more closer to proving our mortality. Pursuing honorable achievement we believe gives us a better chance to be seen favorably in the light to the Lord. The fidelity in our commitment ensures we achieve and inspire it in others. Our training today ensures future achievement from us, but what do we owe to the rest of the world whose efforts at success end in achievement, or those in need of assistance other than hopes and prayers for a better tomorrow? How could we not aid those in need where fidelity in our commitment within the bond is prioritized under a pole march, but more so humanitarian to the general public? This fidelity which has us assist where we may breeds the spirit of honorable achievement in others as it is in us. But why commit to this fidelity for others with at least hopes and prayers, if we don't believe in it? We are good Kappa men.
That concludes the information for this time. Tune into our weekly presentations during this spring semester, Wednesdays from 9:11 a.m. to 10:05 as we learn how to run for pole mark.